So Rudy Giuliani is now complaining that when the FBI executed a search warrant on his home, they failed to seize what he claims was a pile of Hunter Biden hard drives. Let's talk about that. Because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. Well, it's debunking time again. We now know that the FBI executed search warrants on Rudy Giuliani's home and office, and they seized his electronic devices, his computers, his iPads, his cell phones. And Rudy Giuliani has been going on, whatever network has been willing to put him on to spout out his nonsense. And he said that during the search, the FBI failed to seize what he claimed were a bunch of Hunter Biden hard drives that he had piled up in the corner of his apartment. Okay, where to begin with that one? Let's start by talking about the lawful scope of a search. When a judge issues a search warrant, he or she says, here is the place you are authorized to search, and here are the items you are authorized to seize. Now, we haven't seen the search warrant, but it's been reported that the warrant authorized the seizure of Rudy Giuliani's electronic devices, computers, iPads, cell phones. I will bet there was not an extra clause in that search warrant that said, and by the way, while you're searching Rudy's place, if you find a bunch of Hunter Biden hard drives, why don't you go ahead and seize those as well? Let me do another 30 seconds on the scope of a search, because when FBI agents are searching someplace, when they're executing a search warrant, they're only authorized to seize what is specifically authorized under the warrant, and they're only allowed to look in places that might contain those items. For example, if the FBI is executing a search warrant for an assault rifle, they can't go into somebody's home and start opening pill bottles. Why? Because an assault rifle can't fit in a pill bottle. That would be an unreasonable search. It would be beyond the scope of the place that could reasonably contain the evidence of crime they were searching for. Now, you can change the hypo slightly, and if the warrant authorized the search for an assault rifle and bullets and ammunition, well, ammunition can fit inside a pill bottle, so then the FBI could look in pill bottles or any other container that could contain a bullet. And the FBI can also seize evidence of crime that's in plain sight, even if it's not articulated in the warrant. For example, if the FBI were in Rudy's apartment and they saw, a big Al Pacino Scarface pile of cocaine, they could seize that as evidence of crime, even though it wasn't specifically authorized under the warrant, because that's what we call the plain view doctrine. The law enforcement agents were lawfully in the place where they made these observations in plain view. They're entitled to seize evidence of crime. But taking Rudy Giuliani's word for it, that, hey, that pile of hard drives over there in the corner, that's Hunter Biden's. Take that, take that. Well, they declined to credit what Rudy Giuliani was saying about that. But doesn't this all raise an even more fundamental question? Let's suspend reality for a moment, and let's assume Rudy was telling the truth about having a pile of Hunter Biden hard drives in the corner of his apartment. What's he doing with Hunter Biden hard drives? Did Hunter Biden give him authority, give him permission to take into his possession his Hunter's hard drives? Did Rudy Giuliani have a warrant that authorized the seizure of Hunter Biden hard drives? Unlikely, given that Rudy is not law enforcement and he can't apply for a warrant. What is the far more likely scenario, friends? We know Rudy Giuliani was lumbering around Ukraine, meeting with all sorts of corrupt Ukrainian oligarchs and Russian intelligence sources. And what was he doing? He was trying to collect up false information about the Bidens that he could then unlawfully inject into the 2020 presidential election. Isn't it far more likely that the way Rudy Giuliani acquired these Hunter Biden hard drives went something like this while he was in Ukraine? Comrade Giuliani, we present to you Hunter Biden hard drives. Da? Okay, first of all, worst Russian accent ever. I can't do accents. But isn't that the far more likely scenario? This stuff piled up in the corner of Rudy's apartment, was stuff that he had acquired hoping to squirrel the 2020 election. Well, we'll see what Rudy says tomorrow that may have to be debunked, and debunk it we will. Because justice matters. And as always, folks, thank you for tuning into these daily videos. If you'd like to more formally support our all-volunteer efforts and our content, you can go over to patreon.com. You can sign up to become a patron. And if you do, I'll send you some Team Justice stickers and a personal handwritten note as thanks. And as always, please stay safe. Please stay tuned. And I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.